Mother of six wakes up to strange noises, and what happens next is shocking. A Swedish mother called Emma Scholes stirred in bed on a cold September night. Something was wrong as she could hear strange noises coming from downstairs in her home. Emma sat upright and turned to wake her husband, but quickly remembered he wasn't home, and so she left her room and headed to investigate herself. However, what she saw next horrified her, and right away the mother raced to find and rescue her 6 children. Emma saw her house was on fire and that the flames were growing quickly. The mother could also hear 2 of her youngest sons, who had already woken up and gone down to investigate, and were now scared inside the playroom trying to stay safe, and quickly the mother sprung into action. She raced down to her sons, grabbed them, and led them straight outside the front door, before ordering them to stay outside, and then headed back into the house to find her other children. Emma had even locked the door behind her to ensure the 2 boys who were already safe outside didn't attempt to go back into the burning home. She then raced up the stairs right through the flames, not caring about the pain. All she knew was she had to get her children out now. Emma found that her 9-year-old daughter Nellie and her eldest son, 11-year-old William, was already lowering a ladder so they could get out. But then Emma panicked because she also realized her baby Molly wasn't with the rest of her siblings, and now fearing her youngest was no longer alive, she raced to her room through the flames, which were so hot the soles of her feet felt like they had caught on fire and were falling off. But the determined mother made it to her baby's room, where she saw little Molly crying hysterically and using all her strength. Emma picked up her child, covered her, and got her outside to safety, where now all 6 of her children stood, frightened but all alive. The ambulance soon arrived to the Scholes home, which was now burned down. Emma had used her body as a shield to protect her children from the flames, so she would be the only one who had to stay in hospital for 6 weeks of recovery, where much of her body was burned and she was unrecognizable. The brave mother was placed on ICU, where she was on a ventilator for 3 weeks, and at one point the doctors were uncertain if she would even survive, but thankfully she did. After going through rehab, which was exhausting for Emma, she refused to give up and kept fighting to get better, and slowly over time she began to improve. Emma was finally able to play with her children again, and the mother could even now go home to her family, who were now living in an apartment they were renting whilst their home was being rebuilt. The community had even started a fundraiser, which raised enough money for the family to start again. And after some time, Emma's passion for horseback riding and taking her children to school and all the other things she used to do before the fire came back. This story inspired so many people who were so amazed by the mother who had saved all of her children in such an incredible way. Subscribe and like this video if you enjoy true stories such as this one, and let's continue to spread positivity.